Hey everybody, welcome back. Yes, another episode. I know I'm doing good this season, right? Last season I did one and disappeared. So no, I'm here. I'm with a very, very good friend of mine. We met, a great so many years ago, and we run paths on so many different ventures and projects, and both of us have worn and still wear so many different hats. So as soon as I was like, okay, this season I need to get Manahil in the podcast room. So first of all, thank you very much for making the time.
Thank you so much. This is such a big moment for me.
Oh, okay.
It is. It really is. Like I said, we go way back, and our journey has been so impactful for me, and I will definitely share about that as well as I introduce myself. I think it's been since COVID.
I believe so.
Since COVID. And I actually got introduced to you by Mental Health AE, which for me is a very, very big part of who I am today.
Oh, that's lovely.
Literally.
So for those of you listening, we were never a podcast.
Yeah.
So we started before COVID. It's been, I think, now 7 years, maybe 6-7 years. And, for those of you who might not have heard on previous episodes, this is not my area. This is not my background. Myself and my co-founder, Latifa, we literally started this out of a need that something needs to be done. Something needs to be there. Yeah, something just needs to be there, because you were finding a void. You were finding nothing. So we put together a dinky little website, Mental Health AE, literally started copy pasting resources and links. Latifa got the Instagram going. Yep. Then we got the Meetup page going. And the Meetup page started with peer-to-peer events, then some training and educational events. And then COVID happened. We went to online, and then somewhere along that journey, we crossed paths.
Yes. And I think I found you on Meetup at the worst point of my life. The worst point. I just graduated. Graduation got cancelled. I lost my job. We were trapped at home. And here I open my laptop and I'm like, Meetup. And then I see Mental Health Weekly Wellness. And I'm like, let's go. Let's join this. I joined that. And I remember the first or second session, second call, I was like, there's people here who want to talk about how they feel. Whoa. That was so interesting to me. The concept was so interesting to me. And then obviously the way they used to lead those group calls was so natural. There was no pretending. There was no agenda or some sort of like, we're going to do this kind of regime. And I just loved that. And then I think I kind of just stuck on. I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm telling other people to join as well. And I ended up making so many friends through that, who, by the way, still till today are some of my closest friends. Nice. So great start. I mean, great step forward for me in COVID when I really needed it.
I'm glad to hear that. And I keep telling everybody, we're all guilty of making assumptions, and the biggest assumption everybody makes is that their version of life is the normal or the average or everybody's. I grew up in a household where it was okay to talk about anything. Yeah. And my mom was the pushing force. Like, she was the one that would say, talk about whatever problem you're having. Yeah. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This is a safe space. This is family. I thought that was everybody. Nope. I did not realize that till maybe high school. When I was like, why are my friends having these weird troubles at home? Like, what's wrong with them? And then, why has everyone got the same wrong thing? And I'm like, ooh, wait, I'm the outlier. Yeah. And so that over the years, post high school, over the years, unfolded with so many different things that I would realize were not normal. But when the discussion of mental health AE started, the single biggest thing that shook me, not just shocked me, it shook me to my core, was the data. The data did not match what I was seeing. So is the data lying, or are my eyes lying? Yeah. And I always go back to that one, there's so many data points, right? But that one, the 25% of some, people on average are dealing with something mental health related. That just blew me away. I teach 4 sections a semester. I teach at university. So the math tells me one entire section worth of students have been dealing with somebody. How's that? And I didn't see that. How's that? Yeah. And then the other thing, why isn't anybody talking about it? Why isn't anybody talking about it? Yeah. That question, why isn't anybody talking about it? It just kept, scratching away at me. And then I told Tifa, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something. I'll figure it out. And I remember very clearly, and every time she remembers that same point, I sent her a link, Mental Health AE on WhatsApp, and she replied, it's not working. And I'm like, yeah, I just booked the domain. We have to make it work. And then there's like a tiny panic attack, like, but we don't know anything. I'm like, well, apparently nobody's anybody else.
Exactly.
And, again, back to what my mom taught me, if something needs to be done, do it.
Yeah,
don't complain, do it. So that's where we started. And we honestly, completely organically grew. You've been with us, on that journey from a long time. And pivot. Now we're a podcast.
Yeah.
At some point, our primary was to just get people access to mental health and wellness resources. The silver lining of COVID, ton of companies popped up, awareness popped up, corporates got interested. It's fizzled down a little bit, but still a lot better than pre-COVID. So rather than talking more about mental health and where we were and how we are where we are now.
Yeah.
Thanks to the community, thanks to everybody around us. We, I think, stopped doing the meetups after we crossed about 100-ish events.
Yep.
And then we left it to, so many other great organizations to do it. So let's rewind back. I remember you were in corporate.
Yes.
Right. So COVID, you had graduated, no job.
Yeah.
Then I remember job. Then I remember vaguely corporate cloud. I heard.
Yeah.
So
you heard a lot.
Yeah.
I'd meet you. I got a job. I'd meet you next. I left that job. Yeah. That was really me.
There was a
lot of those.
There was a lot of excitement, and for me, it's very exciting because I just joined my university as a student in January of 1999.
Yeah.
Finished as an undergrad, finished as a grad, worked as staff, been working as faculty. It's 2026. I'm still there.
Yeah.
So for me to hear wait, what job? Where? We are on job number what? So I always loved it. I was kind of fascinated. But let's rewind back. Tell me a little bit about, we met and then what's been going on since?
So much. Since COVID, I think, so obviously, mental health AE, when I joined it, I was still such a baby, honestly. When I look back, I didn't know what to expect. I graduated into a world that didn't actually resonate anymore. So from there, I was just navigating job, looking at whatever I was doing. I'm a marketing professional, right? So I was looking at roles in marketing. I've been interested in mental health and psychology for the longest time. Quick backstory, I did psychology in ASA level, so I was very deeply interested in psychology, but I didn't pursue it. It was something that I always wanted to. I used to write about it through my blog, which, by the way, I started during that time, after mental health AE.
Side note, Manahil was a contributor to some of our mental health AE blogs also back then.
Yes. That's why this is such a big moment, because I joined the wellness group, I met you in person, and then I contributed to some of the, blogs, and then I started my own blog, inspired by that, same thing of if nobody's going to do it, let me just go ahead. So a lot of inspiration happened during that time. Then, I had to get a job, obviously. I looked for jobs and roles, and I always found myself a little bit wacky, different for these roles. I had a lot of energy and a lot of heart towards what I was doing. I consider myself now someone who works well in a corporate environment, but I always want to deliver more. And I do genuinely care about the people in the organization than just the corporate side of things. And mind you, marketing has a lot to do with what you do with your community, even in organizational levels. What are you doing with your staff? What are you doing with other organizations? How are you delivering value otherwise? I always found myself more drawn towards those aspects, obviously. And of course, there's the regular business side of things, which I was good at. So throughout my career, I kind of built that. Now, the jobs that I was coming across were always, they helped me grow. I learned a lot. I learned a great deal. I also had a lot of agency experience. At the time then COVID happened, I was let's just take up the experience. I kept trying and I pivoted fast. I would say I used to keep pivoting. Okay, next. And this is kind of the beauty of Dubai. I've been very lucky that that's happened based on how I am. I'm very open to meeting new people and okay, what can we do together? Oh, let's find a way to collaborate. Let's do this. So then, fast forward 6 years, I've had many jobs, many different industries. I've learned a lot and I've met a bunch of people. But I think the bottom line is I like to do intentional work. I like to work with companies, people, brands that are providing a little bit something that I can be I'm proud of this. And that's where I am today now, which is entrepreneurship, which is servicing clients that are building something exceptional. And the thing with that is that they don't have to be brands. Initiatives like Mental Health AE and some of the other nonprofits that I support, like FAME, they are the core of what I do. They make me so proud of what I'm doing. And it's really part of my story. So for me, like, that's when I realized, like, yeah, I'm very interested in working with people who bring something unique for the service of other people. And service is a huge part of what I've sort of gained across these 6 years. So yeah, I've experienced a lot, and now where I'm at, I've learned a lot from mentors like you. I have learned a lot from you, honestly, on how to speak to people, how to bring people together, how to do more than what you're just expected to do, which is something that not a lot of people, not a lot of mentors, especially not a lot of professors are going to tell you either. I didn't have those kinds of professors.
I hear you. I'm not going to not disagree.
So when I came across you, I think I found that, oh my God, this person is like, in an educational institute, and he talks about all these things of, I'm building this, and I'm going to play with this gadget, and I'm going to start this, community. And I'm just like, people do that? Like, university people have time to do these things? And I think I spoke to you once, and I said, like, how do you do it? And you're just like, you just do it because, like, you enjoy it. Like, and I'm like, so you can do things that you just enjoy, and there's no other outcome out of it. Yeah. And that was mind-blowing for me.
Nice. Nice. No, again, everyone who's heard my podcast will always, hear me talk about my mom.
Yes.
At some point, I need to get her on.
Yes, you should.
I've got a lot. I've gotten so many requests to get her on the show.
Yeah.
But there's again something Mom said. She goes, you don't do stuff because somebody's told you. You should do stuff because you want to.
Yeah.
And don't run around life asking why you should do something. Think about why not.
That's such a good way.
How interesting would this be? How exciting would this be? And let me try. Because, okay, you'll fail. But if you didn't try, you failed anyways. So why fail by default? Why not try and fail?
Yeah.
So that's always kind of been like my default. My default is whatever crazy thing to do, let's do it.
Yeah.
My kids know this. They're like, you're the weirdest, like, dad. Of all our friends' fathers, you're like the weirdest one.
I think that's a compliment.
And I'm like, why? They're like, we see like memes and posts and whatever about it. Like, but you are textbook, a kid with adult money.
Yes.
I'm like, sir, yes, sir. Let's go. And all my friends know this. Yeah. And this is, again, some who have just listened in and haven't heard me before will be shocked. I'm an introvert. I'm a very high functioning introvert. So, there's a lot of social events that happen during, for example, the winter time. Yeah. That soccer or something. I don't even follow soccer. There was some cup, World Cup, cup, I don't know. I was hosting viewing parties in the desert. Nice. We've been doing been doing off-roading stuff, camping stuff. I met your parents also through these events. Yeah. So it's nice, but it's selective social for me.
I agree.
I've always been like that, and I have a lot of my friends say, "Man, you just disappeared." I'm like, "Yeah, man, battery ran out. I don't got patience for you all anymore." And they laugh about it because they know that I don't think ill of them. They also know that I don't hate them. I do like them.
Yeah.
But I only got so much social energy, and I realized that very early on. People who are very close to me would be like,
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
My ladies and gentlemen, my podcast studio is falling apart. Look, my light came down. No, don't worry. There's always more tape. And you know me. You've seen my truck. My truck is held together with tape.
Your truck is amazing.
Time out, everybody. I'm going to tape this guy back up again with some fresh tape. This is Ali by Engineering. Don't worry. I got you. 1 sec.
I love it.
There you go. Good as new. And to make it better, we'll put one more piece.
Nice.
Note to editor, leave this part in. It'll be funny. So, the little trips in the desert, a little barbecue, off-roading with my guys. Few selected, far between. I'm happy with it. But I've always appreciated something that I realized that I had that most of my colleagues and friends didn't, was time. So teaching at the university, I don't have a 40-hour work week. I have whatever I teach. I have my office hours, and I'm off. And then I've got 3 months vacation in the summer. I've got a couple of weeks in the winter break. So what do? So this is exactly why all of the various projects that you are aware of, and then a whole bunch of others that you might never even heard of, I'm into.
Yeah.
But circling back, that's nice. It's nice to see that, there's an impact. And I remember telling Latifa early when we started, because, we both had genuine concerns that we don't know nothing about psychology or mental health or wellness or therapy or whatever. I mean, I am a certified coach, but that's not psychology. That's not therapy. Exactly. That's different, right? And I told her, I'm like, look at it we're both business. She's a management finance graduate. I'm information systems and MBA in strategy. So very hardcore business, the both of us. I said, look, what's the ROI? What's the return on investment? You pursue a venture, you make an investment, you need to figure out what's going to be my return on that investment, and then you decide if it's a go, no go. Yep. And then I said, look, for me, if all of this helps one person live a better life, even if it's one day, even if it's a 1% improvement, that's enough. Yep. I'm good. Because, honestly, what else can I ask for? So this is kind of where the journey started. And, you were there. You witnessed all of it, quite honestly. So talk to me a little bit more about what you're up to, right? Now, we are on the Mental Health AE podcast, right? And I know that you either directly or indirectly carry that with you. So tell me more.
So, mental health is very close to me. Obviously, no hiding. I had my own mental health challenges when I was younger, and I spoke to many psychologists myself. And therapy was a part of my life, is a part of my life. I'm very vocal about it, and I also was fortunate enough to, early into my career, work with a startup that was focusing on mental health for South Asians, and that was like a click. And through that, I actually learned so much more within the industry and in UAE. So although I'm not a psychology graduate or I didn't actually pursue it professionally, I had a lot of exposure to a lot of mental health professionals very fast. In the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, having conversations with therapists, getting them, understanding their business challenges. So it was kind of a different, unique lens that I was seeing. And I was also understanding the challenges with people. So I took all that information in through my, ventures of working with clients. And I kind of said, okay, what can I see from this and how can I help? Now, like you said, we don't have psychology knowledge and, we don't know the technical stuff. But some people generally connect to certain people because they bring a sense of, comfort when they speak. And I, for one, can latch on to those people really quickly. I felt that when I was around certain people like that, I felt better. And it was not for any other reason but the fact that their energy brought some sense of calm and direction. And just when they said, how are you? It felt like something. And I witnessed that with you and your wellness circles. So taking it back from there, when I was working on one of my clients' initiatives, I wanted to start the same thing there when we didn't have weekly wellness sessions. So I think I told you, I was like, I'm going to be starting this. Are you going to support me? Because I want to try and do this leading thing. And you were so happy. You showed up for so many of those sessions. So many of our previous, members joined in. Also, big shout out to the community I've had throughout Mental Health AE, to my personal clients, to now what I'm doing. All of them have been they know exactly what I've been up to. They've all just hopped, okay, what's Manahil doing next? We're just going to go there. And that really is the power. And I was just there's something that, I can kind of keep people latched on as long as there's value in it. It's not for the purpose of, I'm going to do this and this is going to happen. It's I'm going to keep the central thing of it, which is making people feel seen and heard. And carry it forward in whatever format, right? Whether that's through a client initiative or whether it's my own business initiative. And that's kind of what happened. So I was doing it for a client first, and that grew very well. We helped so many people. The idea of that was to have a space where people would come, talk, and if they needed support, we had that resource available. Nice. Just to mention, Sama Health is an online platform where you can access therapists within the UAE at an affordable rate. So it was kind of mutually beneficial there that we were providing this space where they could have a conversation with us, and if they needed that support, they can go there. So it just worked really well. But the part where I was really excited about was I was getting to meet so many people through that. And soon after we did that for a while, we did I don't know how many sessions. It was many. We did some in-person meets. We had lots of fun. We did suhoor and we did, that was it a barbecue? It was a barbecue.
Yep, it was barbecue.
A barbecue. So we did a barbecue, and of course Ali was there for all of it. So he wasn't not there. He was there the whole time.
Where there is food.
Oh yeah, he was a food sponsor, by the way, most of the time.
Where there is food, there I am.
food in Karak, wherever they are, is probably sponsored by Ali, by the way. Like
anytime.
I think that's going to be like regardless. When we have my new group for Dubai Circle, which I'm going to lead into, which I'm running right now. When we have that requirement, I will be contacting you for Karak and, meat options.
For sure. 100%. Count me in. You pre-volunteer me for anything with food.
Done. And I love food. So that's also another connecting point. Like psychology and food need to be there.
Food is life. Life is food.
My therapy is food and Karak. So yeah.
Half of my retail therapy is food.
Basically. That's true. Good food. Good food.
Excellent.
So yeah, so I was doing that with Sama Health, and then that brand pivoted into a different direction, and a lot of those members were still there. They were just like, okay, what should we do? And I spoke to the founder, and I was like, would it be something that I can take over? Because honestly, I missed it.
Yeah.
More than anybody, I missed that sort of that consistency, that seeing these faces every now and then, keeping a check on everybody throughout these sessions. I can't tell you how many journeys I've walked with other people. Nice. Those who have come to Dubai, they moved a place, they lost a job, they went into debt, or they got out of debt, or they, found another, they really relocated back to their country. Like, you're actually following a lot of their life that's happening, and you're witnessing it. And truth be told, now, people that are with the Dubai Circle are the ones that are, like, very grateful to have that, like, that community that was there from the beginning. And I believe that, I'm a Dubai kid, I've been raised here, but a lot of the expats that come nowadays, like in the last 6-7 years, it's a very isolating, challenging place to be here in Dubai. Like, it's not easy to find your people that quick. And it's harder to have honest conversations. Yes, you'll have conversations about jobs and this and that, but like to be like, I don't know what to do about like social stuff. Like, how do I meet people? How do I connect? How do I talk to someone if I'm not feeling okay? Because it's all foreign. And we saw that happen. And that for me was such a big part of what I was doing. And now with Dubai Circle, that's basically what we're focusing on, getting more people that we can help bring into the community where they feel like they can speak, they can share, they can listen. I think one of the big things that I see happen most often, and I think it's a very intrinsic thing that I enjoy, some people will join the call and they will just be there and say nothing for weeks, and they'll just be there. And like after a couple of weeks, they will willingly want to speak, and for me, that's my Nobel Prize. Like like, whoa, without anything.
I remember this from the early days of our support meetups and whatnot. And I would say in the very beginning, I'm like, guys, there's no rules, but I'll outline some framework. The framework is simple. You don't need to contribute. You don't need to say anything. And this was in person, same as online also. And you don't need to say anything. You can just sit and listen. I won't ask you to forcefully introduce yourself. Nothing. Yeah. Everything is just okay. Everything is okay.
Everything is okay.
And I remember, and 100 meetups is, you don't realize it, but it's a lot.
That's a lot.
And it adds up. And some were peer-to-peer support. Some were like our Tuesday talks, which morphed into the podcast you're listening to now. But I remember I got a again, something really funny. My whole life, this has happened to me without fail. Every time I'm doing something and then I'll be like, oh man, this is just tiring. This is just exhausting. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I have that. You have these conversations in your head. And I remember telling Latifa about this many times actually. And then there's this one time I was like, man, because it takes a lot to host. You've done it. So to host some of these sessions, sometimes it gets heavy. Yes. Sometimes people bring a lot. Yeah. And it's okay. We're creating a safe space. We're allowing them to share, but it's still a lot. Yeah. And for me to host on a weekly basis, it got a lot. Yeah. It sometimes it would add up. I would be, like the rest of the week, my brain would be reflecting and thinking of what that person said or what that person said. Yes. And then I'd be like, oh my goodness, yes. Sometimes it's got heavy. And then sometimes there's topics that you're okay, you're a little bit tough with. Sometimes they just kind of go all the way through you and like, oh my goodness. Yeah. And I remember there was a week where I was just like, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. Then I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll take a break. Let me take a couple of months off. I don't know. I remember I talked to Latifa about it. I said, listen, it's gotten heavy. And she, I got to hand her, she always warned me day one. She goes, as soon as it gets too heavy, let me know. I'm like, what are you going to do? She goes, I'm going to stop you. I'm like, what? She goes, no, because I know you. You're not going to stop.
Yeah.
You will do it till you collapse.
Yeah.
So as soon as it starts to feel heavy, let me know. I will, stop you so you can have space to heal. Then I told her. And she goes, okay, the next one is scheduled. After the next one, announce that you're going to take a little break. You'll come back to it. Because at the same time, I honestly couldn't find somebody to take my spot.
Yep.
It's a trust thing, right?
Yeah.
I know I trust a lot of people, but can I trust them with this?
Yeah.
That was difficult also.
Yeah.
So the week was going on, and our meetup was coming up, and then I get a text message from a number in India. It was like pages. And first I'm like, oh, must be some spam. They're selling me something. It literally started Ali Bhai. And I'm like, okay, like people who know me call me Ali Bhai. Maybe this guy knows. And I looked at the name. I didn't recognize it. I opened the profile. I looked at his picture. I'm like, kind of looks familiar, but I don't remember this guy. And then I started reading and reading and reading and reading his pages. So this young man had come to a handful of our in-person meetups, never participated, never said a word, never introduced himself. He just came. And now he had, found himself back in India. And then he wrote this huge letter, and just a little bit I'll share. Essentially, he talked about how he felt alone. And it was just nice for him to sit with people who did not judge him for who he is or what he looked like or what his salary was or what car he was driving or what phone he had. Yeah. And they were not talking about superficial stuff. They were just talking about life, good, bad, and ugly. And he said that was the most he felt, connected to somebody his whole time here. And, his job, whatever, did not work out and he had to go back. And then now that he was back, he was socializing with his friends from college and school. But he wanted to take time to send me this note. I just sat there. I had tears running down my face and I didn't know what to do with myself. I remember I called up Latifa. I'm like, I need to have a chat with you. She goes, what's going on? I'm like, I'm going to send you this message and then you just need to read it. And she read it and I could hear her crying. And she's like, so I'm not sure, like, what are we doing? And I'm like, I'm not taking a break. Yeah. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm not taking a break. Because every single time I felt like I can't do something or I don't have the energy to do something, something happens. It's like a message from God. And I'm like, Latifa, I got my message. I can't stop this. I have to keep working. And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, you read the message, right? She goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. How do I know that on the next meeting that I skip, there's not going to be a young somebody who's going to need that extra support on that extra day? Exactly. So I'm going to put as much energy as I can into it. And, that's kind of where I started. And what you talked about is very true. And this part of the reason I wanted to have you on this episode is to talk more about your current venture. You call it a circle. Yes. All right. Circle is fantastic. All right. Fantastic. So many reasons. But I love what you put together because it shows, as somebody external who's been watching you all these years from afar, it shows how you have come together and brought all of your life's experiences into this venture. Yeah. I think it's brilliant. So share with us more about this venture.
Honestly, like I mentioned, I've been inspired by you. So many of the guidelines that I saw during the mental health AE meetups, I've kind of emulated, and I've tried to create a space because I also joined lots of other groups where I wanted to see what other people do in these community sessions, and this is what I felt was lacking. The thing that I try to create in Dubai Circle is that there's a shared space where anybody can join and they do not have to perform. And that starts with the person that moderates it. That starts with someone who is deeply authentic. So it's a huge responsibility on me to show up as I am. I've showed up sick. I've showed up during a crisis. I've showed up literally with my hair turban. I've showed up. You've seen that. I've showed up when I was in Expo. Yes. I have showed up because I wanted to let them know that this is not some sort of formal scheduled meeting, that this is generating an outcome that if you join, in 3 weeks, you will feel better. I'm not promising anything. It is to check in and take time for yourself to do nothing with lots of other people. And that nothing...
Oh, I love that. Do nothing with lots of other people.
Yeah, do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
People don't understand how hard that is.
It is.
It is so hard because of our conditioning, right? We've been conditioned to run.
Yes.
Achieve. Never to slow down and live.
Yeah.
And the Dubai problem is a big city problem. It's every city. It's every big city, especially cities like the Dubai. Why? Because people from all around the world come. They leave their homes behind. They leave their families behind. They leave their school, high school, college, infrastructure, social groups, cliques. They leave them all behind.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you find yourself in a new place where you're, 8 hours a day, you're in a competitive environment.
Yep. Yes.
It's very hard not to get caught up in it.
Oh.
And I think that, your organization allows for a pause.
Yes.
And allows for reflection. Exactly. And it allows, I love it, as you said it, to do nothing.
Do nothing. I can't stress that enough. Like, you need to be okay with not doing anything. And I say that with lived experience. Having gone through many organizations, I will say there is a kind of competitiveness towards oneself within organizations, which is do more, be better, next organization, next paycheck, next this, next achievement, next, okay, if this is your salary bracket. And this is where people come from, the dream aspect of Dubai, right? But when you come and live here day to day, very soon, if you're someone who wants a life for themselves that's more than just, an income, you will realize that, you kind of have to make space for that. And that's what I wanted to create. And it's important to make space for that. So Dubai Circle is a lot of me, a lot of who I truly am, because as a moderator, like you said, I have to be as authentic as I am. I've shared when I've lost jobs. I have changed my career when I'm making no money, when I'm making money, when things are uncertain, because this is also something that people don't like to talk about. That, the
authentic self.
The authentic self.
The authentic self. I really wonder sometimes how many people even know their own authentic self. Because, again, you get caught up with life. You get caught up with achievement. You get caught up with comparisons. Very unhealthy.
It's very, and by the way, I have a different side to my life, which is all marketing and a lot of business stuff. And I have to put up a lot for that. Where do I find time for myself to be just me? Who accepts her failures, who accepts the downfalls, and is able to talk about it very openly. It's not just for the rest of the people that join, it's also very much for me. And as someone who's been doing it, and also, by the way, I've been doing it, but I had no confidence in me doing this before, is because of all the people that joined and appreciated what I was doing and sent me messages like you've experienced. I think one of the messages was so deep, and I had this thing of I didn't even realize it was that impactful, just because they were going through something horrific and they just felt so unseen, unheard because they were having some problems. And I was just like, it's the simple things, guys. Sometimes it's just bad timing. A lot of things are happening at the same time, and you just want to be around people who are going to be supportive. That's it. No questions asked. No, what was the problem? No digging into anything. Just be nice. No judgment.
That's a tough one.
And that's very hard.
To find a space with no judgment is really, really tough.
Really hard.
Before I move to the last part of what I want to talk to you about, how is everyone going to find you? Give me the plug.
At Your Story Quest. That's my page on Instagram. Just find me there. The link for Dubai Circle is in my bio. Dubai Circle is on Meetup, so you can just quickly join the group on Meetup. I try to keep the WhatsApp community very personalized, so anybody who is genuinely showing up will be added to the WhatsApp group. If you're not really wanting to, you just want to browse, join through the Meetup group, attend 1 or 2 sessions. See, the idea and the goal is to grow it, obviously. At the moment, I do it twice a month. And hopefully the in-person is the goal, to start creating more personal experience, and we actually get to do things together, share stories, and maybe build a bigger community, combining all the different people that I've met across the years. Nice.
No, I love it. I love what you've done. One thing I noticed and I found very interesting and reflective at the same time. So, I hosted a lot of our meetups back when I did, and I was a participant, and I have been a participant in a lot of yours.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this until I was a participant in yours, of the generation gap.
Yes.
Right? So I'm an old guy. You can see my salt and pepper situation right here. I've got a kid in college. We're about to finish high school. A lot of things that are discussed on your talks made no sense to me. And I'm like, why is that a thing? You know, this is, again, I'm not judging. I'm just thinking in my head, why is that a thing? This person just shared something. Why is that a thing? And then I had to actively, like my brain had to actively recognize that this is a thing because of where this person is in their life, in their career, in their financial situation, they're away from my mom lives 10 minutes away. My mother-in-law lives 20 minutes away. I have never not had all my family with me. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, ya Rabbi. It's the biggest blessing. But, you know, I can only like get to so much of an understanding that empathy can only honestly carry so much. But how am I supposed to empathize with a young woman in her early 20s, single, from the subcontinent, Muslim, living away from her family, facing societal judgment, facing, you know, all other types of like, you know, eyes on her, worried about her security, worried about her future, and I wish this was the story of one woman. This is most women that age. And I'm just kind of holding my head. I'm like, say what?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my, I haven't told you this before, but I wanted to tell you today is that thank you so much.
Oh.
Because honestly, I can't and couldn't never host that.
Yeah.
Right? I could just nod and listen, but that person saying would never be able to feel connected as me hosting versus you hosting.
Aw.
Right? Both of us could nod our head and say, right? But it would not have connected the same way. So I think, you know, it's a blessing to have young people like yourself also thinking about this. And I think it's important at all ages and all generations to kind of participate in this. And that realization didn't click into me until I was a participant in one of your talks. And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. How it has progressed and how it has grown. And I can see that organic shift happen. And I think that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I saw something else that you posted. And I'm going to bring you back for another talk on something else, which is a little bit secret right now.
Okay.
We'll announce it later. But one of the things that I was always taught growing up is the importance of giving back to community.
Yeah.
Right? And I see you facilitating that through everything that you do. It's not, I facilitate community give back and outreach through this one company that I work for or this one CSR initiative. I know you've been very active with FAME. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm like the first one, like. I'm like, that's what I feel like my mom, you know? I post anything, the first like is my mom. So when I see you posting about FAME, I'm like, I am so the mom here right now. Like. So tell me a little bit about FAME and then I'll jump to the next thing.
Okay, really quickly, FAME is, oh my God, right around the time that mental health AE came out. No, another very difficult time in my life, around 2021, I lost someone very close to. FAME came around right at that time through the most random of circumstances. It was one of those like spammy emails, you know. I had no idea it was a legitimate thing. So the starting of it was so unexpected. I was supposed to help out with this event. First introduction about FAME. FAME is basically an event showcase that's been happening for about 11 years. What they do is they showcase people of determination in Dubai through various forms of art forms. So it could be drama, dance, acting, singing, theater. They do a fashion catwalk. They do lots of things. It started off with just a catwalk and a few performances, and now it's
full-on production.
Big production. It's like, it's gone all places at this point. They have one that's happening in the UK as well. So like, they've grown. They've really grown. Nice. I have to appreciate the founders, Rosie and Rafi. They're a family and their daughter has Down syndrome. She's the inspiration behind the brand. And nice. They are absolutely the most kindest humans I've come across. What they do for the community, the people in Dubai, the parents, it's very inspirational first, but also they have supported me in contributing to this in all sorts of ways. Whatever I could do, whatever talent I had, I was like, I could do this, I'll do it. Okay, I could do this, I'll do it. Yeah, I could do this, I'll do this. So anything, any talent I had, I was like, okay, I'll do it. I was helping them with their marketing. I was helping them launch the Talent Hub, which is the kind of like a studio, a weekend session where you come and learn these art forms as well. So it's an inclusive space where all people of determination can come learn different types of performing arts talents like dance, musical theater. We've done hip hop, we've done Bollywood, we've done all sorts under the sun. You can see a lot more about it on their website. So I contributed from event help support. Today, I think I don't have a title. I'm an advocate. That's it. Like, that's the only way I can say it, because I've done everything in terms of helping the production, supporting the team members, finding students, finding teachers, HR, admin, everything. I teach dance. I also teach dance there. I have helped. I helped some of the hard of hearing students become teachers there by learning sign language, so I could, get them involved. So that was part of it. Some of my very good friends are from there. I've attended their weddings and things like that. So it's been about 5 years now almost. And this place, everybody that knows what I do knows about Fame. Everybody that knows me has probably attended one show, because if I have not invited you, that's probably because I don't like you then. If I've invited you, that means I probably like you. Yeah. So yeah, they've attended that show. It's such a beautiful space. Towards the end of the show, no eyes are left dry. No eyes are left dry, literally, because it's so much love in one room. There's so much appreciation. There's so much acceptance. There's so much joy for every student out there who has been able to bring the confidence up to that stage and do something. They believe in themselves. And of course, the journey over 5 years, I've seen students grow. I've learned so much from them about being a better human, about accepting different ways that people operate, their abilities, the differences. I've learned kindness, the way that they support their friends when they're not doing well that day. The way I've come and I was like not doing great, and I'd come and you just get a bunch of hugs like, we didn't see you last week, where were you? And I'll be like, nice. I didn't even think I was not here. I didn't come last week, really? I forgot about that. I say it like, when you come, you experience, and you have to really be vulnerable there to experience it. So Fame is something that's very close to my heart, and hopefully we'll be back and on it again. I'm always looking for volunteers to come join, grow the community even bigger. Nice. So yeah, that's what I do.
Well, that's fantastic. I recently saw a post where you were featured amongst a handful of other ventures. Okay, I'm not honestly too concerned on the what. I want to know why.
Are we talking about the same post?
So there's, I think, 5 or 6 entrepreneurs contributing some support and services for free on one of your Insta posts.
Who is it from? Is it from Furry? Furry?
I think so.
Yeah, it's for the Dubai Circle. So yes.
So tell me the why first, and then tell me what it is.
What it is?
Why would you do that?
Why would I do what? Offer it to the people?
Why would you do what you did?
Oh, well, I have to let people know that I'm offering this for the community. Right now? Are we talking about the current circumstance?
Right now. The post I saw with Fari in it, I looked at it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a bunch of you guys offering services to the community for free.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we all have to grow together. We have to work together to grow and be when we support each other, we come up as better humans. And I think that's bigger than anything that I could do now.
Thank you very much. And if you're listening to the podcast, switch over to the YouTube and look at her face when I asked her why. Her face gave me the, are you stupid? That's what
I was just like, what sort of
dumbass question are you asking me? And this is why I wanted to put you on the spot and ask you why.
I'm glad you told me that you're putting me on the spot, because I was like, have I forgot the purpose?
If you are a type of person who wonder why, people do things like this, or if you are doing something like this and people come to you and ask you, why are you doing this? Those aren't the right type of people.
Yeah.
Please get your shit together.
Yes.
Right? So, wonderful. I love it. Now, everyone who's wondering what the hell's going on, tell us what it is.
Dubai Circle. I'm inviting everybody to join, grow the community, so we have more opportunities to create a space where people can feel seen, share, feel heard, and probably connect with people who care. I'm being very careful of who I add to the community. Obviously, there's lots of people that are my friends, the ones that have been there throughout all the different circles that we've been part of. And they are my core people, OGs who are supporting everything that I do. And they, I know, are genuinely the best people in Dubai, right? From those people, we've attracted lots of new people. And honestly, it's not about how many. Yes. Sometimes we have 3, sometimes we have 4, sometimes we have just 2 people. I've had a call once, it was just me and another person. And she's like, oh, it's just us. And I'm like, it's okay, we're still going to talk. Because this is the time, fine. This is our time. So it's not always about I want to get lots of people, but I want the impact to go beyond that. Yeah. I want people to know that this exists, that there is no excuses of, I can't afford to be finding friends or finding people who I can talk to is costly. No, it's not. You can, all you need is time and intention. And a little bit of belief that it's possible.
I'm going to correct you on that. You need intention and you make the time.
And me, exactly.
Because if you wait for time...
you can be the one to talk about that.
I'm the poster child. I'm the poster child for time. No, you got to have intention. Yeah. You have to make the time. I think intention's 100%. It's been great.
This was so nice.
Thank you so much. It feels very warm. It's a full circle moment.
Yeah, it is.
Never in a billion years would I thought when I was doing hosting those meetups with mental health AE during COVID that you today would be sitting on a podcast.
I know.
That I would have a podcast.
Yes, exactly.
I'm like the last person who should be put in front of a mic.
No, I love your podcast. I watch all of them. I love them. The way you speak is what makes this warm. It's so nice. And I'm so glad that I've been hosting some podcasts myself. To be on the other side is such a big deal. I've never even contemplated all these things up till now.
Wonderful.
I've just been doing it, whatever I've been doing.
So those of you who've caught a handful of her meetups, where I have been bugging. I give her a break. I think she's been wondering, has Ali forgotten? Ali has not forgotten.
Yeah, he watches me.
I have been chasing this girl, so we can open up a cafe together.
I know.
Right?
I know. I don't look him straight in the eye anymore because, I have to look here.
So, because I don't have any sponsors, this is my tear. You can't hear it, guys, but there's a tear falling down my face. Because I don't have any sponsors on this podcast, I thought it best that me and Manahil open up a cafe focused around, this wellness, this circleism thingies, and have all these lovely people. I mean, if you can't afford therapy, you can afford karak.
Absolutely.
And there's a whole lot of good cup of coffee can help with.
Yeah.
Not everything, but a whole lot. So how about first stop at our cafe? And then our cafe can sponsor my podcast. Did you see what I did there? All right, man. Thank you ever so much for coming. This has been absolutely lovely. Always great to have conversation with you. And now it's official.
Oh, I can't wait. This is so good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that we made this happen. I had absolutely no expectation of what to say. I just knew it's you. And I was like, we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
We'll figure it out.
We will figure it out.
So it is as natural and as authentic as it gets. There's no scripts.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I will, as usual, put all of her links and thingies wherever they need to go on whichever channel you're watching this on. See you on the next one.